This is the Pro Wrestling Report, PrimeTime TV, the longest-running pro wrestling news program in the world, with your hosts, David Hero and Damian Nelson.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report, PrimeTime Wednesday. It is PrimeTime Mania as we continue our coverage of Wrestlemania, as Road Stories with Al Snow would call it. Damian Nelson sitting alongside the man they call Meathead.
Hey!
How are you there, Meat?
I am well. Sorry, the big piece of gold there kind of.
Why are you wearing jewelry on the show anyways? You know, the only jewelry a man should wear is a nice watch.
No, right there,
and
baby.
Fancy shoes.
Right there.
All right, well, we are here to talk about Wrestlemania come this Sunday on pay-per-view, and it is time to discuss the matchup between Daniel Bryan and Triple H. Now, the winner of this match, Meathead, as you well know, goes on to the triple threat main event matchup for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That, of course, with with Batista and Randy Orton already. Randy Orton, the champion, but one of these two, Triple H or Daniel Bryan, will be added to that matchup. But before we get to that, this match itself, a match that many speculated would have been Triple H versus CM Punk, if CM Punk, known now as Mr. Brooks, would have stayed with WWE. So without all that surrounding it, I guess, this match in and of itself, two great people, two great athletes, rather, going one-on-one at WrestleMania on the biggest stage of the world. This could be the most important match of the night.
And actually, with Mr. Brooks having gone ahead, hashtag Mr. Brooks, having gone on and done his own thing, as Vince said, a sabbatical. As he's moved on, this has catapulted Daniel Bryan into the #1 spot in the company.
Really?
He literally is the emphasis and the be-all, end-all of WrestleMania 30.
I'm relaying, not because of what you said, that he is in the #1 spot in the company, because I don't necessarily disagree with that, but just because Phil Brooks left?
Because the plan was that he was going to work the Wyatts.
How do you know? You got the booking sheet there or whatever, or is that what you read on?
I don't have to book my own shows to be able to read between the lines.
All right. So Daniel Bryan's in that space, in that spot.
Yep.
He gets Triple H. He gets the Triple H money match at WrestleMania.
Right.
Who wins? How does it go down? What do you want to see out of this matchup?
You don't put this much investment into the match and have Triple H win. We talked about this on PWR Live over the last few weeks.
You going to talk about it tonight too on PWR Live?
We are going to talk about it tonight. But we've talked about this. If Triple H were to win this match and Daniel Bryan would be out of the main event of WrestleMania, you have literally pissed off the entire crowd for 3.5 hours.
You have to turn the air conditioning up in the Superdome if that happens.
And again, New Orleans is an angry city, folks. They will.
Hold up. Wait a minute. What do you mean New Orleans is an angry city?
They will riot.
No. What do you mean? Because they did once?
No, because they drink in the streets.
They're an
because
angry
they drink
city.
in the streets.
That would make them a happy city. That would make them the city that care forgot.
No. I am telling you, you have a volatile situation if Daniel Bryan does not defeat Triple H. And he could be beat down. He could be the one that doesn't even go over in the match. But the pinfall victory.
Go over. What are these terms you're
using?
The
pinfall victory will go to Daniel Bryan, and he will move on and advance to the triple threat.
Will there be shenanigans in this matchup? Meaning, will Stephanie or somebody else get involved in this matchup and cause maybe an unexpected outcome?
What are these terms you're talking about? What are shenanigans?
Shenanigans are anything that is off script.
Off script. Of course there will be. Even though it'll be all on script, Daniel Bryan will somehow work his way through the muck and the filth and make his way to the main event.
Is this the most important match on the card, as I alluded to earlier, for WrestleMania in your opinion?
Before the main event? Yes.
What is the last match you could think of that has bore as much significance as this match does?
I talked about this on PWR 16. Austin, Michaels, WrestleMania 14. There's not been so much heat generated in the build for the man going into the match. So much against him. And I know David Hero has talked on this very program. David Hero. He has talked on this very program about what happens after the chase. That didn't happen to Austin. There was another year to 2 years after his chase that Austin was still relevant.
Getting hot about it there. But did the fans want Austin to become champion or to just still be Austin? I think that might be the difference.
A little from column A and a little from column B.
In 1998 at WrestleMania 14, I was there. The atmosphere was different. Today's fans want They want their validation in the fact that Daniel Bryan is the WWE champion.
Yes.
And then 2 weeks later, they will forget about Daniel Bryan. Just look at what happened with Zack Ryder. But for Austin, it was more so, he's our guy. He could win or lose. On Monday night, I'm still going to cheer for him because I am enjoying that chase more than the validation that I feel I deserve.
You're right, 99% of that. But Daniel Bryan is a 1%er, and he has the people behind. He has the people behind him. This will go on past him winning that, past that validation. Once he becomes champion, again, the things that'll be thrown at him consistently over and over. He did win the belt in this 6-month chase that we've had since SummerSlam. He has won the match and had it ripped from him the next day.
Yeah.
So think about Raw the next night after WrestleMania. He will be in a title match that night, and they will try to throw everything at him again to pull it from him.
Because they're upset.
Because they're upset.
He beat, or more likely, I think what's going to happen is at the end of that matchup or after he wins the championship at WrestleMania, Triple H will shake the hand of Daniel Bryan.
Absolutely. And then the next night, be Triple H again.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe, because I don't know where you go from there either. If Daniel Bryan were to win, do I care about a feud with him and Batista afterwards? Not
Absolutely
necessarily.
not.
Do I care about a feud with him and Orton afterwards? Maybe a little bit, but we were there last year. So I don't know what is next for Daniel Bryan come after WrestleMania. Did you watch Road Stories with Al Snow online?
I did.
You're on our PWR show.
I did, because Al Snow has taught me what a true heel is.
There's more Road Stories with Al Snow coming soon to PWRshow.com. Tomorrow, Dave Meathead, we're going to talk about the matchup between John Cena and Bray Wyatt.
Yes, sir.
Before that, tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on blogtalkradio.com/PWR. It is PWR Radio Live that you host each and every week along with Matthew Thomas. And guests, fans can call in and is it anything goes?
Hashtag Hump Day Heroes. Just about anything goes. Damian Nelson did when he stopped by. Yeah.
Well, it should be fun. I assume a lot of WrestleMania talk to be had in just a couple hours' time.
WrestleMania post-show as well. I know we've got all this stuff.
Big announcement, exactly.
WrestleMania post-show. We will be live right after WrestleMania at 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central, taking phone calls as well. So you can react. You can tell us how you feel, if you're upset, if you're happy.
And you know it, raise your hands, clap your hands. That PWR Live, and then, of course, the big announcement, the WrestleMania post-show comes back from PWR immediately following WrestleMania. See, now, damn that Al Snow, I can't say it any other way. Immediately following WrestleMania Sunday at PWRshow.com, blogtalkradio.com/PWR. So, Meathead, thank you for joining us. We'll be back with you again tomorrow. And we'll be talking about, as I said, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. For the man they call Meathead, this is Damian Nelson saying thank you for tuning in for our continuing coverage of WrestleMania here on Primetime Mania. We'll see you tomorrow.